Yeah, I got a very sad email earlier in the week from the company that installed my solar panels back in February. And they are closing down because Eskom has decided to start supplying electricity, and fewer people are actually installing solar panels. So yeah, very very sad. So some businesses are not sustainable because of that sort of thing, that something changes in the marketplace and there is no longer a demand. So I'm sure there are still companies out there, but this particular company decided to close its doors, which was very sad. Our second speaker is Gerold, and he's asked me not to read his 5-page summary of of his achievements, but Gerold is a dynamic CEO and co-founder of Auxano 7, where we're meeting, of course, today. He's not just a leader, he's a visionary force dedicated to unlocking the growth potential of individuals and businesses alike. With a passion for people and a decade of experience in development, coaching, and mentoring, Gerold is a catalyst for transformation. As a growth expert and leadership developer, Gerold thrives on crafting holistic solutions that help businesses not only unlock their growth, but also multiply their profits. Can you see the themes coming through? With over 14 years of corporate experience, he brings a wealth of knowledge in corporate structures, leadership styles, teamwork models, and professional client relationships. His tenure in the corporate world exposed him to hundreds of businesses, CEOs, and leaders. So Gerold is going to share his ideas on sustainability with us this evening. Please help me welcome Gerold, running to the stage as always. Gerold.
I need to develop like a signature running, like maybe I can run like this to the stage or something like that. Well, wasn't that amazing that Charles shared? You're not the only one in my words. It's the stage, I'm sure. Ian was saying the spooks are out, so it must be something with that. Be careful, Chris, when you come here, just mind your English. Tsapang, can you drop the volume on the mic a little bit? Can everybody hear me at the back? Do apologize for the music is like on extra steroids tonight outside. So when you're done here, this after party, no, please don't do that. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much. No, that was really great, Charles. And I think a lot what I'm going to share is aligning with him. I think there's a lot of things that we are replicating, but I think that's good because there are certain strategies that you'll find works very well. So these things that Charles just shared tonight, you should take a picture because he'll start speaking about it more in public, and then you can be like, I was there. The first time when he shared it, I was there. That's why I like taking pictures with people at PSA. So when they do become famous, then I like, you have to leverage the brand equity there. It's like, think like an entrepreneur. It's like, this person is valuable. It's valuable, So especially with Chris also tonight, make sure you take a lot of, even though on the podcast you said you're not famous, but you are famous in South Africa now. So, okay, let me get into my talk. So I'm going to be very short. I just have a couple of thoughts to share. I always say I'm going to be short and then it ends up being very long. So I want to talk about some smart strategies, and I have just 3 strategies. So these are a little bit more philosophical. Sure. It's whom, what, thou is there, how be it that you, your strategizing strategies. Okay, so I want to talk about why, who, what tonight. So if you can repeat that after me. Why? Not so fast. Like, just take it easy, Why, who, what. And don't mix them either, because you can't do what, why, who, or who, what, why. It has to be in order. I'm just teasing, guys. I've been like the whole day talking, so my mind is toast. Okay, so I want to talk about these 3 things, why, who, and what. And these are strategies for making sure that your business is sustainable. So let's look a little bit at this question. Is speaking sustainable? And I think that's an important question because we are all here tonight. And this is, if you don't know, the professional speakers Association of Southern Africa, right? So a professional speaker, by definition, is a person who earns a lot of their income from speaking. Now, we can get into a long argument about what includes speaking, because technically sales is speaking. You know, when you're selling yours, you don't sell, you know, you speak and you sell. So technically, I'm nitty-gritty now. Okay, Charles, don't go too far with it. Okay, but is speaking sustainable? Can you build a business, or can speaking outlive you? I think that's the question. And the question and the answer, the simple answer is no, because you are the speaker. And if you don't speak, then there's no business. And this is a big problem for those who want to build something that goes beyond themselves, or something that you can pass on to your children, or something that you want to, we can say, leave something more than a keynote behind. And so this is important then it's important then to think about that. So how do I take my speaking and turn it into something that is sustainable? Okay, so I want to go back a little bit and ask the question, why do we speak? Okay, so I like what Charles did. He put people on the spot. So Charles, why do you speak? Yes.
And that is 4 or 5 years ago, I used to introduce myself, I'm a resident speaker. But then I completely changed that because I've just noticed that people hire me to speak not because I call myself a speaker, but because I'm a certain area of expertise. And that's a very,
very good. Yeah.
That's a very, very big difference. Because before I started speaker, nobody gives a rat's ass. He sold me something. And that's when I shifted. Like,
yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. So you didn't answer my question, but that's a good one. No, it's fine. Okay, that's good. That's good. Chris, why do you speak?
There are a couple of reasons why I speak. Like Charles is
Yes.
test ideas.
Okay.
Another way is I will sometimes speak free in front of a room with potential clients who then like what they hear and bring me. And there are a few other reasons as well.
Okay. Okay. Good. Who else wants to share? Why do you speak? Because this is an important question. It starts like Simon Sinek says. It starts with why. Did I say that right? I thought you're like, objection. That's not correct. I'm offended. Yes, sir. Okay, but okay. So let me then go deeper. I like what Charles was sharing about what Douglas was asking you. Why do you want to share a story? Why do you want to inspire people? Why do you want to be on a stage? Like what is the ultimate goal? Change lives. That's a good, and that's a noble cause. But is it sustainable? That's the question. How long can you change lives if you don't have money to eat? And I'm saying this because I understand that very well. You know, I'm also a pastor, so I understand that very well. That there's the calling part of it, but we have to ask the question: how long can I do this if it's not sustainable? And how do I make sure that what I'm doing is sustainable so that I can also do what I love or what I believe I'm called to do? Because sometimes those two things are not exactly the same. There is what sustains me, and then there's what, how can we say, it satisfies me. It's not always the same thing. Sometimes you're fortunate, and it is, that what you do for a living is also able to both sustain and to satisfy your life calling and so on. So there's a couple of things that I wrote down, 4 things here, that reasons why we might speak. The first one, maybe you just enjoy speaking. I really enjoy just speaking. And so when I get on the stage, I speak too much. And people have to be like, can you sit down now? Right? So I speak because I enjoy it. Like, this is my passion. This is my baby. This is, when I'm on the stage, I feel alive. And it's like the words are just flowing and people are nodding and some are going like this and I don't care because it's amazing. Like the thrill of being on stage. It's there. Right? So this is good. But the thrill is not going to pay your rent. Right? It's like feeling good about it is not sustainable. It's good, but it's not sustainable. Or maybe we say, like you mentioned, I speak because it's my calling. Like, it's like I speak to impact people, and that's good, and we need a lot of people like that. But somebody has to pay the bills. So either you have to find a way to make that sustainable, or you have to find a sustainable source. Right? But that's a good thing. Or maybe number 3, you're honest, you're like, I speak for money. Like, I want money. Like, I'm not speaking if I don't get money. Like, no free talks, no freebies, no under 15,000 Rand per hour speeches. My keynote, it's like, I want to be paid. And that's good. Because you are providing a service. You are solving, like Chris was saying, Chris, wow. It's been a long day. Charles, like I've known Charles for like 6 years and I call him Chris. Imagine that. I didn't even look at you guys. I can't claim that one this time. Charles was talking about solving a pain point. Like when you solve people's problems, then you are entitled to ask for money. It's fair. And so speaking for money is not, and sometimes we can say, how can you say that? How can you be so, what is the term? I think it's a little bit forward, it's rude. It sounds rude. Like, I speak for money. So, okay, but we are at the Professional Speakers Association. And professional means you get paid. Right? And so to be a sustainable speaker, and I'm air quoting, you need to come up with a solution that means that you can be sustainable. And then number 4 is what Chris mentioned, is that you speak for branding. So that's building brand equity. So you speak for free, but it's an investment for something greater, right? And so yes, I'm talking, and I'm not necessarily always getting paid for talking, but when I talk, I know eventually it's going to produce something that's going to pay me. So the why we speak is really important to understand. Like your speaking career, your money, it will always be up and down. Business is never like, if you see somebody's financial projections and the line is straight like this, run away. It's like, that's impossible, dude. What world do you live in? Are you from Mars? Like, no, not even Amazon goes like this. Like, even Elon Musk goes like that, and he has big dips. Like, I lost 4 billion today. And it's like nothing. We always joke, I'm like, could you have lost it this way, please? Just 1 billion, it's fine. So our sustainability is found in our why. Why am I doing this? Because why is what will drive me forward when nothing else is working. That's why an entrepreneur can fail at one business and be double motivated to do the next one. It's like, didn't you just fail? I know, it's amazing. I failed and I know what to do in this time. And it's like, it's obsession. Because the why is so strong, the failure and the success, it really doesn't matter as long as I get to do this. And the sustainability is found in that. It's not so much that I need to be called a speaker, or I need to talk about a specific topic, or that I need to do things a certain way, but it is that I'm doing what is sustainable and what I'm enjoying and what's building people. So we have to start with that. Why am I doing this? That's the first strategy. Be clear about your why. Why am I speaking? Why do I want to stand on the stage? That has to be clear, and you have to be honest. It's like, it's good to have noble intentions, but let's be honest, like most of us, we're here to make money. You're like, how can I make more money? Just tell me how to make more money. And Chris was saying, I'll tell you how to make more money, so speak to him afterwards. Right? Like, people are in business to make money. Nobody goes into, and I might sound a little bit like straight here, but that's the facts, right? Thank you so much. Thank you, gentlemen in the black. It's the facts. Like, you go into business to make money, and maybe you don't have ambitions to make millions, but like Charles was saying, my goodness, like Charles was saying, is know what is your goal, what is enough. That's your why. What do you want? Okay, well, I want to make enough money so that I can be free to do what I really love. Okay, then whatever's making your money has to be sustainable. Because if it's not, you're going to have to drop what you love to do what you don't love to get money. And once you get into that cycle, to get stuck, that's what corporate is. It's a monster. It's comfortable, it's nice, the benefits. And yeah. Okay. Strategy number 2 is who. So we had the what, and now it's who. I have to move faster, otherwise Ian is going to who me off the stage. So knock, knock. Who's there? Not you! That's an improv joke, okay? Let them teach you that at Toastmasters. Toastmasters is great. Okay, strategy 2, who. And who here is not the owl in the tree, and who here is also not your client. Because when we think about who, all we think about is who is my audience, who is my client. But most of the time we don't know, and we get it wrong, and we learn as we go anyway. So who really speaks about a strategy. Because who is a strategy, not a person. If who is a person, then you have to look for people. Right? You have to go searching for specific people, very specific. And we use this as well in our corporate consulting and helping companies develop and so on. It's like, so what is your avatar, your ideal client? But let me break it to you. Your ideal client, the one you want, doesn't exist. It's too perfect. No client is perfect. Yes, you get good, what Charles was saying, profitable clients, not just profitable in money, but profitable in networking, knowledge, skills, partnerships. But a perfect client does not exist. And so who is not so much about the person, but it is about my strategy around who. So there's a couple of who's, since it's Halloween, who. Okay, so who is working in and on my business? Like, do I have a team? So it can be like Charles was saying, am I a business of one where I have other people doing the things that I can't do? Or do I bring them into the business and build something bigger? But who that is very important. Statistically, the first 10 people you hire will either make or break your business. The first 10 people. Like that's the key. Who? And then who's next? If you're going to be sustainable, you have to ask, who am I training? Who's going to replace me? Who's going to replace that guy? Who will speak if I can't speak? Who's next? And then who am I connected with? This is very important, connections. I heard on the podcast you guys were talking about the importance of networking, building strong networks and connecting with people and building relationships. Like business is relationships. That's the biggest part of it, relationships. So who am I connected with? Who is my connections? Who is opening my doors? Right? Because we get into places because of people. Right? I'm in PSA because somebody brought me here. Chris is here tonight because Rudolf brought him here. And then the last two is who got my money. Right? It's like, who is the client that is going to appreciate my value and pay me what I need to get paid? Like Charles was saying that. It's not, who's my audience, it's who's got the money, who's got what I need so I can exchange value with them. Because business is an exchange. I give you something. Like tonight I'm talking, so there's a basket at the back. And it will go to a good cause, okay? My cause. And so it's I haven't forgotten what I wanted to say. Let's move to the next slide. Okay. Strategy number 3 is what? What? Who? And then what? Now, what is not the product? Like, yes, the product matters, like Charles was saying. But as long as there is a product, what that product is really is, for the most part, insignificant. You can sell almost anything. It's like, it's what's your preference and what you're good at. So the product is not really, because there's people out there selling whatever you can think about. It's what you can buy, it's out there. Just go on Temu or don't. But what I sell really isn't, that should not be like where you spend most of your time. What is not about what I'm selling, but what is about what am I creating? What is about the experience that I'm creating? What am I exchanging for value? What am I giving to this client? I can give you like a speech. You can Google it as well if you want to. Like, you can ask ChatGPT to give you a speech. You don't need me to talk to you. But what I bring is an experience. It's value. It's the whole package. It's not just the product, but it's everything that goes with it. It's the entire business, the entire brand. It's the luxury, the experience, the how can we say my words are finished. It's like being able to connect and to identify with somebody and to experience something that is special and unique. And so I have to ask the question, what am I creating? Because anybody can sell what I'm selling. There's somebody out there that can sell it better than what I'm doing it. And so if I'm not unique, then I cannot be sustainable. Because eventually there will be too many of us. And so these are the three things that I wanted to share with you tonight. Who, why, what. I think that's backwards. It's what? No, why? What? I mixed it up, you see. It's you. So thank you so much, everyone. And I'll give back to Ian right now.